Morning, my lovers. It's a Sunday morning. It's raining, but Storm Callum's finished, so it's not windy as you know what. So, Sunday morning, brew day. I'm doing John Campbell's ESB for the second time. So, some of you might remember that me and Graham Preston, Happy's Ginger Brew, we done a collaboration brew day down at his, and this is what we made. And we've had mixed thoughts about it, but at the end, really, I mean, the conditioning is certainly improved it, and I thought it was a cracking beer, so I want to make it again. So I have made slight changes to it. So it's an ESB. It was at 27 IBUs, so I've just upped that to 34. I have put some additional hops in at flame out, flame out, and 20-minute hopstand at 70 degrees. So, but the main changes is I've increased the Challenger, which is the bittering hop. The other hops, the other three additions are Bobek. So let's quickly go through what's in it. I've got, this is for a 2 keg 38 litre brew length. I've got 6.7 kilos of Maris Otter, 450 grams of 150 crystal malt, 140 grams of carapils, and 90 grams of chocolate malt. And then the hops are 50 grams of Challenger for off boil, 40 grams of Bobek in the last 10 minutes, 40 grams at 0 minutes, and 40 grams for a 20-minute hopstand at 70 degrees. And that's it. So, oh, the other change as well is we use the Lallemand London ESB yeast, and not overly impressed with that. It stopped at 1018, it wouldn't go any further. So I've gone for WLP 005, which on White Lab's yeast chart says that it's a good one for ESBs. So that's what we're doing. So equipment wise, I've bought another grain manifold. So on the last brew, I brewed Proper Job last time, I had a new 30cm grain false bottom in it, and my efficiency went from 73 to 83, but the holes are quite big, probably about a 3mm hole, I think, and that let a lot of the flour and smaller bits of grain through. Went through the pumps alright, but it did actually block a pipe when I started transferring over to the boiler. So I've bought a second false bottom and I've put the two together. I'm going to see how that goes. I might even, if that doesn't help, get a fine mesh to go on that as well. So we'll see how we get on. The other thing is I'm going back to underletting. I've not found any difference between underletting and putting a scoop in at a time and stirring. So anyway, we're at the temperature, so I'm going to get this transferred over and we'll get mashing in. Keep stirring, watered it down to 65, really. Well, yeah, 65, 66, really, I suppose, isn't it? ESB. we'll set a 15-minute timer and check the pH. There we go, and we're off. Right, so mash pH. So it's been recirculating for 15 minutes. So I've had the glass in the freezer. It's currently at 31 degrees and it's dropping down to 5.39. So I've gone on to the Brew Father are you going to be able to see it? There we are. So this is Brew Father water calculator. So I'll just have a look to see how much it reduces the mash pH if I add 1 ml or 2 ml of 80% lactic acid. So I think because that's still dropping, I'm just going to add 1 ml, which will bring it down by 0.05, and that'll bring it in between the 5.3 and 5.4 that I'm looking for. So we'll do that and we'll come back and we'll have a look. Looking a good colour. So I've got my bottle of Starzan ready just in case it boils over. We're up to 47 litres in a 56 litre pot. Mash efficiency on this one has come out at 81.56, so not too bad. Better than the 73, 74 I was getting. So in goes 50 grams of Challenger. And let's start the timer. What will I do with it? Here we are. Alright, back in about 45 minutes. Right, 10 minutes to go. At 15 minutes I'll put in the Protofloc tablet. So it's 10 minutes to go now. So I'm putting in yeast nutrient and 40 grams of Bobek. That. Right, back in 10. Right, time's up. Just tearing it off. So flame out addition, another 40 grams of Bobek. So while that's soaking, I'm going to set up the plate heat exchanger. See you in a bit. Right, connected up the plate heat exchanger. To sanitize that, I just fill the hop side with Starzan and let it soak for a few minutes, and then drain it out. The additional hose I put on, that's soaked in Starzan as well, so then it's all collected up, and then I just get a whirlpool going again. And so I've connected up the cold water and I've just run that for a couple of minutes. We've actually gone down to 68 really quick, so I need to get these hops in and then we'll start the timer. So that's the hopstand Whirlpool edition. Not that I think it whirlpools much, so because the size of the bag, but anyway, it will soak in there. We're down to like 68, 69 degrees. So anyway, right, so cooling down through the plate heat exchanger, 19 degrees. So let's zoom out straight into the fermenter. So it cooled down a little bit more than I was expecting, because this reprobate turned up for a pint. Cheers, Pete.
Just enjoying it.
Yeah, so he's on the ESB. We usually drink on a Friday night together, so I couldn't make it this Friday. I ended up finishing work about 6 o'clock, so he's come down for a pint. So there we are, 19 degrees. Well, cheers. It's about 4 o'clock now. I started about 8:30, 8:45. So anyway, stopped ages ago. I'm gonna clean up tomorrow. Pete's gone, so yeah, a couple of pints, and off he went. He'll wander off up town now. So anyway, the yeast has been pierced. Post boil gravity was up. Should have got 1046, got 1051. I still had the right amount of wort, so it's going to end up as a, and what with my gravity, not my gravity, me mash efficiency being 81% or something. I'm going to end up with a 4.9% beer, which is, you know, that's all right, but I prefer it around about the 4% because I like 3 or 4 a night. So 4.9 is a bit too much to have 3 or 4 a night. So, but anyway, there we go. We'll see what comes out like. So thanks for watching, and catch you all soon. Cheers, me dears. Well, there we are. That was brew day. So today is tasting day. Fermentation went okay, no issues there, and it's been kegged and conditioning for 14 days. I might have mentioned that the mash efficiency has come out at 81.56%. When I set the recipe, I set it for 74%, so I've ended up with a 4.9% beer. A little bit stronger than what I would like, and if I knew how to turn off Twitter notifications, I'd bloody do it now. But anyway, excuse them. So anyway, I've got 2 beers in the kegerator at the moment, proper job, and I think the other one is the old mother-in-law's poison, which I'm trying to use up, and so I can get some more in. And so I've got all my kegs filled up at the moment. That's 8 of them, and it's brew day tomorrow, so I got 2 weeks then to empty 2 kegs. So challenge, Annika, not a problem. Anyway, so I'm on the party tap. So here we go. So it's a nice colour. The clarity is quite good, but it's going to get better. It usually clears a bit better. There we go. Look at that. All I can say is, what a beauty. Can you see the head? So, look at the head. It's a nice tight head. slightly off-white. Let's see if I can get a light. There we go. Can you see any carbonation? It is quite well carbonated. So that's that. Lovely. Now then, I did have one just now, just so I can make some notes. So, cheers. Oh, that's fucking lovely. It really is just so good. So, just to recap, this is John Campbell's ESB. I tweaked it slightly just by increasing the bitterness up to 34 IBUs with the Challenger hops at start of the boil, and then I put in 40 grams of Bobek. I'm doing this off my memory, so 40 grams of Bobek at 10 minutes, the same again at flame out, and the same again at 70 degrees for a 20-minute hop stand. And fermented with WLP 005, and that was a fresh pack as well. I made a 1500ml starter with it. I'll tell you what, it's absolutely fantastic. Now, it's got a good balanced flavour to it. It's not over sweet, it's not over bitter, so it's a good balance. There's a good mouthfeel to it as well. When you taste it, you can pick up the caramel and you can pick up the chocolate, and I think I'm getting the hops is going to be like that stoned fruit flavour, I think. So and that's what I'm getting a bit of fruit, the caramel and the chocolate, and it's all combined. It is just such a good beer. So sorry about my squeaky chair as well. I was balanced a bloody Twitter notifications. Now, what I wanted to say was, if I can get the details up on the app, let's do it there, was water. So my water is best suited to lager coloured beers. Obviously that's a dark beer, so I've had to change the profile. So I'm using an app called Brewfather. I find it very good, easy to use. It's got the built-in water calculator in there. So I've got my water profile programmed into it, and then I've chose a style of special bitter. So what I noticed when I was looking at it earlier, excuse me, was the bicarbonate, the HCO3, is it's 0. The range is 40 to 120 parts per million, and I've got 0, so I might not have noticed that. The sulphate to chloride ratio is dry to bitter, 2 to 0, and I don't think I would change a single thing in that. That is perfect to me. So anyway, it's nice that the Exeter Chiefs are winning. So don't know what else to say really. It's just an absolutely gorgeous Moorish beer. Because it's on the party tap, I'm thinking I'm going to take that into the house and watch England against New Zealand this afternoon, and just enjoying the beer, and then probably fall asleep. So there we are. Such is life. So anyway, I'll put the recipe down in the description. The recipe is for 38 litres for a 2 keg brew. So, but I hope you have a go at that, and I hope it comes out as good as that. So, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all again. Alright, cheers me dears. It's that bloody Twitter again.